think I'm done. Oh wait, today is what? February 19, 2021. Save. Let me find you guys. Mute. Live. Show me all you guys. There we go. Live chat. Hi, you guys. Hey, Julie Ever After is first. She's first. Hey. Oh, you know what? I wanted to do this last time. I'm just going to make a mental note and do this right now. Hi, you guys. I am so sorry about the delay. We are still have a Mercury retrograde. Greetings. It's Aloha Friday. Having vehicle problems with this household. I thought I was going to have to step out again, but thankfully I don't have to. So we're good. We're good for now. But as part of this ongoing thing with contracts, I was going to take like the first 3 people, draw a card, put it to the side, because I think that they represent a bigger asking or like a bigger vibe that we should be focusing on. Well, actually, that's what I was told the other day to do. So that's what I'm doing. So here we have Julie Ever After. Put you right there. GMA5, hello. James Lee, hello. Okay, GM Dave. There we go. So we'll do 4, because you know what? 4 is my favorite number. My entire family, we're all born on the 4th of a month. I've always said I can't have another kid because that probably wouldn't be born on the 4th, and they would probably accuse me of that they were like adopted or something because they wouldn't be born on the 4th, right? So let me. This is we have Julie. GM. Okay, that's just my mental note there. Okay, yeah, so I am feeling a little discombobulated today just because we've had to deal with this issue with the car. But we're good. We're good. So how are you guys? We had a quarter moon this afternoon. Are the energies feeling much more different to you in the past day or so? Yeah, while the moon was in Taurus for those couple of days, it just felt like time was standing still for a couple reasons. We had, the moon in Taurus, which is a fixed sign, the stellium in Aquarius, which is also a fixed sign. And when things are in fixed signs, things slow down. And then the moon is, am I saying it correctly? Apogee, meaning it's farthest from the earth. So being farthest from the earth or farther from the earth, it takes longer to go through that sign. So that's why it feels so long. And that's why the news could not shift away from Ted Cruz, who is a Scorpio and is in big, big, big trouble. I was pleased that, the other day I did a video answering some of your questions. Someone had asked about the Texas grid to read on that. It was very in-depth. I got a lot more insight in that than I would have ever expected. But at the end, when we were trying to figure out when things will get better, I was like, you guys, this Wheel of Fortune, this card is associated with the planet Jupiter. Jupiter is a traditional ruler of Pisces. So I said in about a day and a half, when the sun moves into Pisces, we should see improvement. And that was yesterday. And there were 2 million people who had their energy turned on. Thank goodness. But it's still a mess there. That is why I also grabbed those 4 cards for our new moon contracts, so we can focus upon the things as we're carving out our new world. We need to focus on Texas. We need to focus on the kids. And I I was reading stuff today about the redistricting with the census and how it really is not going to work towards the Democrats' favor. So we need to like kind of focus on there as well, okay? So today we're going to talk about this first quarter moon. I haven't done an actual TAROTSCOPE with you guys in a while, so we'll be getting the astrology cards, and we'll just be plotting this out to see what is going to be happening within the next week. So let me check in with you guys real quick. Hi, you guys. Hi, Marie. Hi, Catherine, Nancy, Bonnie, Sophie, T-Barb. Okay, cruise is done, as is Abbott. I hope so too. So the other thing I've been looking at, oh my goodness, you guys, the astrological chart for the state of Texas took a while to figure out because they've got like 3 different dates of like independence and being admitted to the union. So that was kind of difficult to comb through. And because it was difficult, I'm like, I know that you're a mutable sign because it was really hard to kind of pin down. So that's much, and like the Texas chart, same with the GOP. I was fine-tuning their chart, which is so interesting. I am not going to be able to touch on those things today. Maybe my next live I can do the Texas. I just kind of got swept up with stuff at home here with the cars. Okay, so hi. So everybody's here? Everybody's here? Yes, it's been a while. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Lucky Girl. Hello, Mother of Fire. Hi, everyone. Okay, yeah. So and I'm still blowing my nose, you guys. I'm trying not to be gross back here. Our Mercury retrograde is coming to an end, like tomorrow. So if things feel like they're starting to straighten out, things are feeling clearer, that's why. And the beginning of this Mercury retrograde was about 3 weeks ago, which is like maybe January 31st or the 30th. These past 3 weeks feel like a total fog to me, which means we've cleared out a ton of stuff. And even still, Pisces is really working hard this month. Again, it's going to be a little bit hazy and confusing as to what's going on, but really what Pisces is doing is really making us whole, doing a lot of cleansing and very gentle healing, getting things really nice and ready, shiny new, so that Aries can take us into the new zodiac year. I always like this season of Pisces because it works so hard to bring closure to things and make things just right and perfect to go forward. Pisces is also related to the immune system and your lymph. So health-wise, you might obviously still be boosting vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E. Those are all related to the sun. The sun in Aquarius is not strong, so it's harder to use those vitamins and assimilate them and get your body to make them. So continue with that. I'm not a doctor. This is just what I see astrologically. Especially the vitamin C. The Pisces, I always think mushrooms when it comes to your immune system. The shiitake mushrooms, the maitake mushrooms. I always think about like the kombucha teas and the fermented cabbages and spices in that regard. I always think of steamed vegetables, foods that are really easy to digest. Of course, fish. But really, it's really, and like brothy things, bone broth soups, things that are really, that are pre-cooked, not necessarily raw, because it kind of brings more cold to the body. But those are the things I think about. And also teas. I know Pisces tends to not do very well with caffeine, at least the Pisces that I know. So if you are thinking about going off of caffeine, this would be a supportive time to look for other substitutes or other ways to boost your body. As we are in the sign of Pisces, which is a mutable water sign, it is ruled, the traditional ruler is Jupiter. The modern ruler is Neptune. Neptune is related to oil. All that oil down there in Texas, the land got frozen. You know, at the new moon, or one of the last lives, I was talking about things happening underground with the earth. I had no idea what it was, but it was a lot of like instability. There was like a lot of heat. There were potentials for like explosions, but there was ice. I couldn't put it together. Well, what we have in that past chart, because what happened was at the last lunation, we had Mars and Uranus and Taurus in square to the new moon in Aquarius with all these planets. So Mars and Uranus of the land, the earth, soil, these are burst pipes with water spilling out. The sudden shock of it happening, the Mars, the heating up of or expansion of that water bursting pipes. And then over here, Aquarius ruled by the icy sign of Saturn. And we've got Jupiter expanding this ice like a high pressure, just spreading it everywhere. Mercury and Venus, people, movable goods, and this stuff that's on the 8th house of life and death and transformation. Over Washington, D.C., we had Neptune at the very top of the chart. So Neptune conjunct, the highest part of the chart, in Pisces, which Pisces is kind of like that endless sign. When you're out on the ocean and you're in the middle of the ocean and you look at the horizon, it just keeps going and going and going and going. That's how Jupiter is expansive in this sign. But it's a water sign. So you have water doing all these mutable things in different forms. And when you have problems with water, Neptune also represents toxins, problems you can't see. So we have this horrible, awful weather, established ideas, philosophies, beliefs, on a sovereign state, on a state and how they govern themselves, which just goes, that philosophy, think about big Texas, how big that state is, pervasive everywhere. It was like what happened a week ago. We knew it was coming. We didn't know how bad and expansive it was and how set it would be. And it just went on all week long. There's more stuff about weather. There's a lot about the chart of Texas, especially, and how it's everything about Texas. They have such an explosive history. I'm sure you guys remember the 2013, the fertilizer plant and that explosion. They have that explosion from the 1800s, I think. Or no, it was 1947, I'm sorry. The natural gas explosion they had that was underneath a school and 250 kids were killed. And then the day that they discovered oil was very explosive. They tapped the oil well, and that thing burst, and it took them 10 days to get that oil to stop spouting through the air. So there is so much activity related to explosiveness, big explosions, and even going back to when JFK was assassinated. Explosions, explosive, Uranus. Such a prominent part in Texas's chart. And this stuff is going to last for a while. And so I'll talk more about that chart in Texas later on. But wow, is it interesting. Wow, wow, wow. Last time with this chart, I know I didn't get to go through the new moon chart with you guys. In this area that has to do with friends, hopes, wishes, dreams, we had Leo, I will. I always see this with Don Holio. We have the Page of Swords reversed. Biden has always been after the Page of Swords. Donald. I think this was Ted Cruz. Leo, I will. I'm going on vacation. Page of Swords reversed. I'm going to go no matter what. Yeah, that's not turning out too well. This is going to linger. It is not going away at all. There is, now we had this quarter moon. It was leading up here from the new moon. There's a lot of activity going on behind the scenes. There is a lot. So I will show you this chart. Hi, you guys. No, exactly, Catherine. Saturn does not like shenanigans. That's a very good place to put it, a good way of putting it. And Saturn will put you in your place until you clean the stuff up. And, oh man, yeah. So, it's interesting to me. I keep telling you guys, and I'm telling this to my daughter too. We are in a new space. I cannot tell you how pristine and opportunistic this space is with this lunation, this first lunation we've had with this new moon in Aquarius. Because the Christmas star on December 21st, Saturn, Jupiter were conjunct at 0 degrees Aquarius. We had this 20 years ago. It happened in May of 2000. And so what happened May of 2000 to now has run its course. It's done. Think of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. They're done. I think it started in the year 2000 or right after. Well, I've heard that show has run its course and it's done. Yeah. And there was a lot of Libra and Leo energy in that 2000 chart. It was a mirror image to Donald's natal chart. So his stuff with entertainment took off. I know that the Kardashian mom, she's a Scorpio, but she does have a lot of Leo Libra energy too, as do the rest of them. And they have come to a close. In fact, today we just had this new moon Aquarius. We're in the quarter moon tensions, supposedly. Kim filed for divorce. Listen, I do not watch that show at all, ever. I just, that is not me. I just find it interesting that these things are happening with this timing. So that was like in May 2000, we had the last Saturn-Jupiter conjunction. And in fact, that was exactly at the top of Donald's chart. So he got to ride for 20 years of this energy, and he's done. He is done. The thing is, 20 years before that, it was around 1983, was the last Saturn-Jupiter conjunction. But we also had a Saturn-Pluto conjunction within the same year, and that Saturn-Pluto was in Libra. Both of those things happened while Ronald Reagan was in office in his first term. And so that's why, in my opinion, a lot of his policies have stuck with the GOP until now. So when I say this, we're like in a tabula rasa, a brand new start, we have to stop telling the old stories. This energy is so ripe for creating the new. I went on a lecture today, my daughter, I hope she doesn't mind if I share the story. Because she was injured, she missed a year of her sport. And now she's worried because she hasn't played for so long. She's not going to be able to do this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know what? You need to start telling a new story because you keep putting out there this most precious time that somehow your game is handicapped, that somehow you're not going to be able to make it, that somehow you can't fit in. Well, you know what? Don't. Change the story. every time you mention that to me, what you're nervous and anxious about, which is a normal reaction, you're putting that out there for the next 20 years, and I am going to have no part of that. So I was telling her about telling a new story. And I'm like, you know what? Your new story can also include, oh my gosh, I have no anxiety. I have no nervousness. That was an old thing that happened, and it brought me to my highest self. I don't have that anymore. So as we think about ourselves in this Pisces season, because Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. This is the house of undoing, the things that undo you, the things that you kind of are blind to and you can't see, that kind of are destructive, that you kind of have a sense about, or maybe it's your blind spot. Those are the things to pay attention to. Now, we don't have a Pisces new moon for 3 weeks or so, but just keep that in the back of your mind, because this is such a powerful time. We're letting all the garbage go. We're telling a new story. And what I am loving about now with the TAROTSCOPE that I'm doing under this new administration is that it totally tells a different story. Like, we together could kind of tell when something was going to happen and when it would happen and what things were going to be difficult right away. These TAROTSCOPEs are so mellow and boring. Well, at least the last couple I've done with Biden in the administration. But here's the thing. It's supposed to be easy. That's the story we get to tell. We get to have easy now. We get to release obstruction. All those things that drive us crazy about that other party, we don't have to tell that story anymore. We get to tell a different story and put those energies out there to get that going, to get it moving forward. So let's work on this. Let me check in with you guys. Okay. Greetings from Hi, Sharon Lee. How are you guys doing? Is it cold? Okay. Yes, James Lee, the K's are sick. Yes. It's so crazy what's going on. Okay. Yeah, you know what? And this whole thing with them being on their own grid made me realize, holy crap. If they're on their own grid, and I happen to be listening to Rachel Maddow's book, BlowOut, which when this thing happened over the weekend, I couldn't stop thinking about that book and the way the oil industry is rigged with their economies and internationally their relationships. So I'm like, oh my gosh, Texas, their own grid, their own ability to export their resource to whomever they want. And then, the Russia and the China like to weaponize corruption, like Biden was saying today, and not being regulated. No one can tell us what to do. And it's just the number one, we're done because it's destroyed, it's wrecked, it's ruined. Number two, the feds are going to come in. We need them to come in, but how do we not have them, regulate us? This is an end of an era. I am not kidding. When I said the Saturn-Pluto conjunction would change world power and government, local, in terms of power and structure, I wasn't kidding. This storm came exactly 1 month after the Saturn-Pluto new moon lunation. I mean, we had it for like a year, but this was finally, it's like birthday present to assert what it was going to do. And a month from that day, just like an eclipse operates a month from that day, changes happened. So I don't even know what's going to happen when we get to a month away. What was that date? So it was like March 11th. Holy cow. You guys, oh my gosh. I know I keep saying something's going to happen, but I really mean it. Something's going to happen. This is just a preview of what's happening with Texas and the GOP for this to happen on the heels of that Saturn, of the new moon in Aquarius, because it was that pivotal. And this stuff is going to be shaking out everywhere, but it is shocking the degree to which the oil industry is getting hit and Texas. And that's my other argument as to why I think we are entering the age of Aquarius, because the age of Pisces is kind of falling apart in terms of oil. Pisces rules over oil. The oil industry being a symptom of it coming undone and losing its power and its influence and the economy and the money. It's just mind-blowing. So while we also get to tell new stories about where we've been and where we're going, this sparkly positive energy is everywhere, all over our scientists and their research for COVID, vaccines, and the variants. I think we are going to have more favor than we would expect, but these variants are still very problematic. But it's, I don't think things are going to be as devastating as like worst case scenario. You know, before we had this last new moon, it was really looking awful there for a while. But we're out of that cycle completely, totally and completely. Okay. Okay. Okay, very good, very good. What's going on with my lighting situation here? How about this? Can we see there? Yeah. Okay, you can see. It just seems really dark to me. Okay, well. Okay, so here's our chart. Very interesting. Once again, we have all the planets are above the horizon. This is the east, here's the west. The sun rises, hits its highest point, meaning as the world turns, this point in Washington, as it rotates towards the sun, this is my sun, it's facing 100% this way. Everyone's facing the sun. And then the earth, then the sun sets. Over here, there are no planets beneath the horizon, which is good news, because when Don Julio had a lot of planets beneath the sun, he had a lot of secret stuff going on that we could never see. All the planets are above the horizon. That makes me really happy. So the sun is at 1 degree Pisces, 21 degrees in this 9th house. We would get a lot of activity from Putin and the Saudis over here. Well, this is still lands far away. Biden had a really great speech today talking about NATO and our allies and Article 5 and declaring that America is back. How about that? And interestingly, the asteroid America is at 3 degrees. It's conjunct the sun. So when he says America's back, America is back with her allies. We have the moon over here now in the 11th house. Friends, wishes, help, science. It is at 1 degree Gemini. Oh my goodness, am I here? Can you see me? Ay, cripe. How annoying is that? Really? I'm still buffering at 1 degree. This retrograde is finished in a couple days. Yes, and I'm not having a good time with this retrograde. You guys know that. Okay, so I left off here. I was just describing, oh my goodness. So there was a lot. I was just you know what? I need to keep this in view. Okay. 1 degree Gemini. Okay, so this quarter moon is at 1 degree Gemini. We have the sun over here in the 9th house, 1 degree. This area has to do with lands far away. Oh, you know what it was? I was talking about Article 5, the NATO and our friends. Maybe that triggered it because there was a lot of good stuff that was happening. So it's a quarter moon. Quarter moons are crisis points. They create tension. They make us act in new ways. So with this quarter moon, notice there is still a lot of red here. There's more blue than last week. So there's more harmony. So we're going to be feeling better in some ways. In other ways, people who got caught up in this red are going to stay stuck there, like I was talking about, like the Texas GOP, Texas petroleum oil, Ted Cruz. See if I buffer. That's going to go on. Did you guys get the part where I was giving like the 20-year history back in the year 2000 with the Saturn Jupiter, and then 20 years before that during the Reagan years? Did you guys? Wait, you can't hear me? Amen. Did you guys get that part? Did you guys can let me know if you heard that part? Because I need to talk about that, okay? Oh, my hand froze because my hand, I wasn't moving. Okay, so you're telling me no, you didn't get that part. 1980, going back to Ron Reagan. Okay. Oh, okay. Yes and no. If you guys can just tell me, just say yes or no about Ron Reagan. Because I'm asking too many questions at once. Pearl, no, you didn't get that. Hi, Michael Grant. Yes, 1 degree Gemini. Target, no. Okay. This is what we have to talk about then. Man, it was so good. It was so good what I was sharing. So mad at the YouTube. Okay, so whatever happened at that new moon on February 11th is starting a whole new 20-year cycle, okay? I was talking about keeping up with the Kardashians, right? You got that part. Did you hear that part? Okay, so Saturn, Jupiter happened in the year 2000. For this 20-year cycle, it benefited the Kardashians, it benefited Donald and entertainment. The last time we had a Saturn, Jupiter with that was around 1983. And then there was also a Saturn, Pluto, maybe that same year, could have been like 81 to 83. So, and I think both of these were in the sign of Libra, and they both had Leo energy. So Ronald Reagan got the benefit of installing his policies back here and was riding this energy of Saturn, Jupiter, and Saturn, Pluto. Now remember, this Saturn, Pluto in 2020 was so unique because it was in the sign of Capricorn. We had all these planets in Capricorn, plus Uranus in Taurus, and we hadn't seen that in like 7,000 years, okay? That's why it made it so unique. So Ron Reagan got to write all these policies that have stood the test of time until now. Until last new moon in Capricorn, and then this new moon in Aquarius. These two things are undoing all of that. And that's all that Republican GOP policy, especially related to gas. oil, petroleum. This has come to pass. All of those policies, and going more extreme isn't going to bring it back because the structures are gone. Okay? So if they want to still talk about that stuff, go ahead. But hey, it's done. It's over with. Okay? So we are creating from a new place with this quarter moon that we had today at 1:47 p.m. It is so beneficial for America. America, the sun is at 1 degrees Pisces. The asteroid America is at 3 degrees Pisces. Over here, we have at 3 degrees Capricorn, the Uranian planet, Cupid or Cupido, agreements like the Two of Cups, the Lover's card. So America is forming this perfect sextile over here with her allies. Biden's speech today, America is back. Holy heck, it's back for at least 20 solid years, his vision. And what happens? With our allies abroad calling out Russia and China on how they weaponize corruption and how they steal intellectual work. So this is lands far away, our allies, the law, higher learning institution, science, maybe, and faith and philosophy. So this extremist stuff too, white supremacy, is going to also get a radical makeover because we're done with this crap. So Cupido, this area has to do with day-to-day activities. It has to do with our military, investigations, public servants, our healthcare, our doctors. We're going to be riding in new energies with our healthcare system. But this is such a beautiful thing that I found today. This is a perfect sextile, 60-degree angle. It anchors this triangle, which is called a yod. 60 degrees, 150 degrees, 150 degrees. This is a yod. It is known as the finger of God in a chart because it's often implicated in death charts, things that end, but it's pivotal. So here we have America and her allies, public servants, military intelligence, innovation. Still, we have planets in Aquarius with public servants, day-to-day things. This area truly has to do a public servant. The military is in service of. There is no ego here. This is truly in the spirit of the greater good, being the servant. Well, this is pointing to like 3 degrees Leo. Leo represented by the sun, our leader, President Biden. Whatever he's got going on with our allies and justice or our agreements are abroad and intelligence with day-to-day and healthcare is pointing this here to our resources and income. We will gain from this, but here's the thing. There's 2 problems in the way. Number 1, we have the asteroid Cuba here at 2 degrees Capricorn. It's in the 7th house of partners or open adversaries. You know, Cuba's been doing a lot of stuff. I don't know what it is. It keeps coming up every week since January 6th. And here it is again. And now it's at the midpoint between the sun in America and our agreements. Cupid is dividing that in half. We might have some revelations about what Cuba was doing. I mean, are they associated with Texas by any means? I don't know. That is a piece that needs to be answered. The second thing that's going on between the sun and Neptune here at 12 degrees, we have 2 things. The asteroid Wuhan Wuhan, that devastating, debilitating, destructive, chaotic asteroid that dragged us into World War II, that stirred 9/11, that was behind the plague of 1918, is conjunct the asteroid Nessus. Nessus. This is your abuser in your chart. Shows up as Nessus. Whether it's emotional, physical, sexual abuse, assault, theft, that's the abuser. Conjunct this wild asteroid Wuhan, named for that city in China. And that is between where the sun is, where Neptune is, and the top of the chart. So in a couple weeks, we're going to be walking into some stuff. I don't know what's going on, but stick a pin in that. Okay? So what's happening? I love that this has to do with the area of your friends, your allies, your help, science, justice, the law, your friends, your allies. Both of these things, where the sun and the moon is. And the ascendant, hey Holly, Coleman, spotted this one right away. 13 degrees Cancer. 13 degrees Cancer, that is the July 4th sun. This is the United States of America. Her natal sun is right here on the ascendant. So when Biden today, speaking about allies, saying over and over that America is back, you bet she's back. And whatever he's doing now is paving that for 20 years. I love that he was in Michigan doing that and that he went and visited Wisconsin. Very helpful for Democrats. We have Venus that is coming into a very hard square with Mars. Actually, Venus kind of overcoming Mars. So she kind of has the upper hand when it comes to conflict. And so that's kind of like killing them with kindness, diplomacy over aggression, having tea with your enemies. So that is beneficial and working for us. There's a lot of good things to like in this chart. The part of fortune down here, it has to do with the calculation of the sun and the moon, where you have the most beneficial part of a chart. When you have horse races, usually this denotes, it's always tied to the winner of a race or a big competition. It is leading USA Saturn at 14 degrees. So a lot of fortune with our justice at home, the balance of justice, our laws, reinforcing that no one is above the law. And here we are, setting for the next 20 years, fortune with our standards and justice. That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. So let me check in with you guys. Get a drink. I can't believe I did not buffer on that. Here comes the sun. Do 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 do. Yes. Okay, very good, very good. Okay. Okay, so let's lay out this Taroscope. Let's see what it has to say for the week. Hawkeye, who's Hawkeye? You're talking about stuff I don't know what you guys are talking about. Oh, I wanted to see all the chat. All the chat. Here we go. Yep. Biden's okay. Now, I cannot believe Joe Manchin. He is not a Democrat. He goes ahead and approves Sessions, Bill Barr, Rick Grinnell, other grossness. But Neera Tanden tweets me is not nice when she tweets. Oh my gosh. I hope Biden just installs her anyway, because we need her there. And obviously, we've hit a point, a very sore spot with them and whatever Mulvaney did in that office. And I think they're afraid of her in that regard, because she's really good at what she does. Okay. Astrology cards. What's going on here? Who are we? Secret. An enemy. Oh, I have to show you guys another thing. This moon at 1 degree Gemini. The asteroid Russia is conjunct that. And the Uranian planet Admetos. Think of the 5 of Pentacles in the tarot. Some things going on with the Russia. Like, I don't know if this has anything to do with Julian Assange or churches and extremism and nationalism. And people and friends. Something's up there. 11th house. Hopes, wishes, friends. What's crowning Washington, D.C.? It's crowning Washington, D.C. Okay, sun is here in the 9th house. Shared resources. Our partners. Open adversary. 6th house. Servants, 5th house of the sun. I love that Biden is a Scorpio, and look at there. Scorpio's right there. You know, I keep tuning in. I don't know if I'm tuning into his energy, but very frequently and very often I see him not so fixed on a target that he was staring at like last time, but really scrutinizing something. And then I asked, well, what are you going to do about, I don't know what it was. But it was more, we'll see. We have to see how things are going to play out with this, because he's developing so many options in the back of his head in case this goes that way, this way, that he does not have a totally predetermined path. He's like expecting anything to happen and being able to respond quickly about that. Oh, the other vision I had this week, which was really weird, maybe I talked about it last week, I kept seeing Governor Abbott pissed off, talking to like his own little posse, like maybe mercenaries, but he had his eye, his gaze, his aim on someone in crosshairs, almost like he would hire someone to deal with that person and make them go goodbye. And that person, I just keep calling them person, has evidence as to whatever he did. Now, this was before the storm. And ever since then, like, he was trying to keep his eye on that person. But a couple of days ago, he just kind of surrendered to, like, I can't do that. But now he just seems in gripping fear, like frozen, like the pipes in Texas, totally screwed. He's also a Scorpio. So it's really interesting how this has changed within a week here. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Okay, 4th house of defenses. 3rd house communications. 2nd house navigation. Oh, that didn't feel right. On the ascendant, the moon and the soul of the country. Moon and soul. Yeah, Biden is winning hearts and minds, uniting the country. This is more Biden. This also does represent Donald and his pain, but he's out of here. But that doesn't mean he's totally out of the picture. Things are happening related to that. Ooh, 3rd house messages. Messaging, that's interesting because the moon is in Gemini. Gemini has to do with messages. So here we go. We have the moon, soul, third house. Okay. So the first house of the self, identity. Ooh, void of course, moon. So when I would get this done with Don Julio, we would get this with Don Julio, obviously something's missing. He wants to make something happen. He can't. He has to wait. Or he tries to fill in like an alternative. Under the Biden administration, I'm not sure what to think because he does a lot of contemplation and reflection. Pisces in the 12th house is a contemplative sign. I know that for him, Biden does have planets in the 12th house. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm trying to think about January 6th and what was the condition of the moon then. Oh, I shouldn't draw on this. So that is very interesting. The United States of America in the sign of Cancer is ruled by the moon. So the moon is going to be, it's about 8 Virgo. This axis, 8 Virgo to 8 Pisces, that's the top, basically the top and the bottom of the chart over Texas, their state horoscope. So there is a massive, major revelation coming. The moon will be at the bottom of its chart in Virgo. You know, this is associated with the Hermit card and investigations. Virgo also ruled by Mercury and messaging. Stick a pin in that. Okay, so we have the secret in the 12th house. Aquarius, I know. This is Putin. He always shows up with this. I could be wrong. I don't know if this has to do with hacking. So this is the secret. I know, or maybe our administration knows what they did. Hidden enemy. Donald's pain. The hidden enemy. Chiron and healing. Well, this is interesting. Where's Chiron is here. So healing something over the public skies of Washington, D.C. There is a pain. This is the hidden enemy. The pain to be healed. Or maybe someone like Donald is a hidden enemy because he's so pained. The 11th house, hopes, wishes, friends. We have 5th house, creativity again. Now, in the past administration, this would have to do about creating a new narrative. You know, how they're trying to blame Dems with windmills being the problem. No, I'm not sure how this applies to the Biden administration yet, even though this was in the last lunation, because there's no drama with them. So we'll see. 10th house, what's crowning Washington, D.C., we have, the 6th house of routine right here. So these are public servants. And there's the wound. A wound of a public servant, day-to-day activities. We have the law here. That is interesting. 9th house, lands far away. This is where the sun is. The fire element, desire. So this would be associated in the past with Putin planning an op with Donald. I want it. I don't like this. I mean, it could be nothing. We don't know how it plays out with the Biden. Oh, thank you, Monica. Holy cow, look at all that. Thank you. Thank you, you guys. Fire element is, look at, and that's Nessus, the abuser, and the Wuhan asteroid. Oh, man. What's going on? Okay, area of shared resources. Mercury. Mind. Thinking out a strategy. Mercury is retrograde right now. It goes direct, I think, tomorrow. So in messages, I think after this Mercury retrograde is over, we're going to be finding out about this stuff. The 7th house, we the people. Ooh, Scorpio, I transformed. This is very interesting because look at this. One of Scorpio's rulers is Pluto right here. It is 25 degrees Capricorn. It is actually in exact opposition to Donald's Venus, which is money. We're only about 2 degrees away from our natal Pluto and our Pluto return, which doesn't happen until 2022, which is stage 3, you guys. We're in stage 2 with the Saturn-Jupiter. So transforming your relationships. I like that, you know, Biden's saying America is back. Falls into that as well. But we've got the Cuba here. Now, 6th house, public servants. Whatever is happening over the skies of DC has something to do over here. Oh, well, wow. This is the yod, you guys. Isn't it kind of? We've got here. We've got, well, this is here. Actually, it goes to there, but this is what's in the middle. So Cuba, this is America. America is back. The sun. Cuba. 6th house, servants. Something is getting radically changed. 5th house of the sun, now we have Scorpio. These two are Scorpio cards, obviously. We have the 4th house of roots, home, defending home. So is this our military? Is this, I'm getting Proud Boys. I'm getting, well, you know, remember I did that reading. Something's going to explode on Monday because this Mars is going to be 24 degrees Taurus on Monday. That is Donald's midheaven, the top of his chart. So whatever he's been doing behind the scenes, look at that, fire desire, whatever he's been doing in this part of his chart with Putin and all them is going to spill over the skies of DC. Well, for him, it will make news. That is interesting. So that's our defense. And then in the 4th house, now remember, the part of fortune, the luck of this chart is leading the United States Saturn, our stability with our laws and justice. Remember that 14-degree mark, where our natal Saturn is, that is where Donald's natal Chiron is, you guys. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to put this on the board so you can see it more clearly because I know you can't see that on the little... Okay, so this might be a clue as well. So Libra, the sign of Libra, the scales of justice. In the USA chart, Saturn is at 14. Okay. I wrote that backwards. So 14 degrees Libra equal USA Saturn. That brings stability to our laws. It's also in the 10th house for the United States. That's how we're known. We're known as a nation of laws. Well, in this chart, at 13 degrees, we have the part of fortune. Think Wheel of Fortune in the tarot is leading our justice, our scales of justice. Now, for Donald at 14 degrees is his natal Chiron. That is your wound that only you can heal in your lifetime. And for him being able to destroy the Justice Department, destroy democracy was how he was healing his pain. And he was married to that pain because this asteroid Juno was also at 14 degrees Libra. So he's like married with other people to his pain of democracy. Married to who? Vlad, Stubb, the Saudis, There's more 9/11 stuff coming out, you guys. That has been coming out in the narrative lately. So something big happening because we already have, this is the hidden enemy, Chiron and healing this week. Fire and Desire by Stubb and the Saudis. So what's in this fourth house of defense? Because Biden is looking at our defenses. Oh, part of fortune. Is there going to be more indictments? I have to know. What is increasing? What is this increase? I hope it's increasing the good stuff. It is in square. Oh my God, this is going to be earth-shattering because this 14-degree mark is an exact square to the ascendant and descendant. This is going to be like an earthquake, you guys. For someone, what does this part of fortune increase have to do with? Oh, what's happening? Donald, Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. That's him making offers. Hermit, investigation. What's going to happen? What's happening to it? This has to do with January 6th, the insurrection, the King of Swords, and the law. And oh my gosh. You guys, he gets caught. Wouldn't it be nice if he got indicted? I bet he gets named. He gets named in something. Ooh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, Merrick Garland confirmation is next week. Good call. Oh, and that's on Monday. Monday, when Donald's Mars goes over the midheaven, we also have Merrick Garland hearings. Healings. I think I like the word healings and better than hearings. It's going to be very healing. Okay. Third house, communications. Oh. Reversed. I never get these things reversed. Saturn. Truth. Now, reverse, that could be suppression or lies. But since this entire chart hinges on messages, Mercury's going to go direct. We're going to be out of the truth. There, a lot of truth is going to come out on what happened, and this is the authority tried to. That's what it is. If Saturn is authority, government, reversed, Saturn was trying to suppress the truth. Second house, income gains values. Mars force. Mars is right here in the 11th house. Remember, I said it's going to go over the midheaven for Donald. Are we going to go after his money? What does this Mars force have to do with? That is interesting. Because remember, I found this yacht is pointing to that. Oh, you guys. Oh my gosh. What does this have to do with? The past? Getting caught waiting for orders. It has to do with January 6th. Holy cow. Okay, so that's interesting. I got those written down. So I'm going to put these to the side because I wrote those all down. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Hi, Mystic. How are you? Getting these cards, and I'll start the right. They're called, yes, these are called the Black Moon Astrology Cards. This book I find fascinating. I read a little bit of it. I would like to read more of it because, again, being another great astrological tool, it expands your ideas on what the cards mean. I was pleasantly surprised when I was reading some of these things. Okay. So we'll do the Taroscope for over DC, and then, you know, I got a bunch of decks here. We can just start layering them. Oh, we have to do contracts. Okay, so let me shuffle these good. Thank you, Juno. Thank you. You matar to me. Thank you. I always feel the buzz as soon as I open this channel. Loads of... Oh, well, thank you, Paul. Oh, you just gave me a buzz, too. You and us... Yes. Yes, Texas. There's so much looking over you guys. Let's get a fresh... There we go. Oh, I've got chicken skin. I got chicken. I don't know if you can see that. I got chicken skin. Okay, let's look at this tarot. Let's look at this Taroscope. What's going on? Oh, wait. Let's... Okay, that feels better. What's going on? Oh. What's going on here? Oh, okay. What's going on here? Good. Over Washington, D.C. The void, of course, moon missing. Secrets. Hidden enemies. Whoops. Okay. Creativity. Grounding. Fire element design. Oh, wow. Justice. So this makes me think of Putin's justice. You know, this has to do with all the investigations and everything that were shut down by Barr, the Republican Party. These could be the hearings as well. Getting some news, more messaging. So we have the moon and soul, justice reversed. I think this is conspiracy stuff. Justice reversed, and the Page of Wands. Page of Wands also often shows as like one of the kids, or news that's coming in from abroad like a Papadopoulos. Okay, first house, void of course, moon missing, identity, I am. Oh, you guys, this has to be with January 6th and how those plans got disrupted and the cover-up. Does this have to do with Biden? No, this doesn't have to do with Biden. He has a plan. He knows what he's doing. He will make adjustments as such. But over DC, wow. This is the secret. So the Wheel of Fortune reversed. What goes up must come down. What's hidden must come to light. And it's also like manipulating one's fortune. It's time to pay up. Hidden enemy. The Five of Cups. This is my card for Russia, China, North Korea. Hidden enemy. So that is with Chiron and healing. Interesting. 11th house of friends. Oh, wait, this goes to the 5th house of creative. Well, what are we being creative about? My betrayal. I'm going to be really creative about how I betrayed my nation. The heartache I caused. It wasn't that bad, you know. It could have been worse, but why whatever. You know where I'm going with that. The gaslighting. Creativity. Fourth house roots, trying to defend oneself. What's crowning Washington, D.C.? We have, oh, yes. Okay, so when I get my yes card, that means the person who has the yes card is the point person for something. When it's reversed, it's like, yeah, I'm the point person, but I'm going to act like I know nothing about this. Really trying to suppress something. What'd you do? Yes. So this is Russia's strength. Yes, it's me, but I'm going to do everything I can to make it look like I'm weak. I don't know them. I've done nothing. There's no influence here. Oh, you guys. Could this be Biden with I'm getting 0 Biden. This is what I find annoying because I want to get Donald out, but this is the stuff that's going to rock us. 9th house, fire, element, and desire. We've got the Wuhan asteroid, and we've got Nessus, the abuser. The 9 of Swords reversed. So these guys, like January 6th, they like having this card, the 9 of Swords, because they're creating anxiety, an environment for terror. I think the 8 of Swords is like actually the actual terror moment. The 9 of Swords is the aftermath and, getting ready for more. But reversed. This is, I don't think this is trying to right or wrong. I think this is a lot worse than they bargained for. Like, it's just going to grow and get uglier. The 8th house of shared resources. We have Mercury in the mind. Mercury's going to go direct. The King of Swords reversed. That could be the courts. God, what the heck is going on with the Supreme Court and Donald's taxes? The King of Swords reversed. This is also like the GOP leaders who aided in the January 6th stuff, trying to overcome the laws and force that. 7th house, we the people, partners. Knight of Cups. There's his partnerships to overturn. 6th house, this is also the capital. Day-to-day activities with the legislature. The 8 of Swords. What was I just saying? The 8 of Swords reversed. So the 8 of Swords, like this, was the actual act of it and planning for it. And now we know what happened. And we're going to find out the offers that were made to these people to transform what happened, change the vote. Who authorized it? Because these are shared resources. 5th house of the Sun. The 5 of Pentacles. So this is several things. For President Biden, this really is nurturing the people, protecting them, creating a safe environment everywhere, that our institutions are safe and organized, and healing. This was also represented the Capitol. And it also represents all those people who have been shunned and kept out of the government and what they're afforded as citizens here. It's also been Julian Assange. So there's a lot going on there. But this 5th house creativity, trying to make excuses maybe about what you did on January 6th. 4th house roots, part of fortune increase. The 6 of Pentacles, the payout. Who got paid what? Who got paid? Yep, look at this. This yod pointing to economy and income. America, the sun. Public servants, agreements in Capricorn. So Don Julio, when we look at Don Julio from Saturn, his term was while Saturn was in Capricorn. And that creates the very dictatorshipy, autocratic, suppressive type of leadership. Saturn is now in Aquarius. That's the visionary type of leadership. So this goes both ways. If you're looking at, like, Biden is going to have something innovative to help us with where we're going and our prosperity. Don Julio used income differently, paying off those people on January 6th. Third house of communication, suppressing the truth. Yep, those were the private hires. Yep, he suppression of the truth right here. That Saturn reversed. All their hidden discussion, dark money. Oh boy, dark money, dark money. Hello. How much dark money do we have here? Secret packs. Wow. And the second house of income gains, the Eight of Pentacles. So this was what they practiced for, what they rehearsed for, with the militias going in, who was going to do what, recruiting people, you do what when, the coordinating, the Mars, the force against our nation, our Capitol building, people were paid. I think this, I mean, doesn't it seem like this whole thing is about that? I just can barely get a word in edgewise for Biden. But you know what? We have to go through this stuff so we can move on. And Merrick Garland, may he be, you know, I hope he is confirmed next week. So, how are you guys doing? Oh, thank you. You made dripping tap works. Believe it or not, the meter is frozen. Great. Okay, you guys are doing great. So, you know what? Let's go to contracts real quick because I don't want to forget that. If you're new, just grab paper and pencil, something to write with. I'll explain. You're going to want to do this. Okay, let me get this there. Whose cards were these? Okay. Put this away. This over here. Okay. Give me 2 minutes. Sure. What's going on? Okay, nobody needs me. Nobody needs me. Okay. Okay. Contracts. We are just going to continue this when we can. So, this is continuing on the new moon from Aquarius, which was just the most important new moon of this year. Well, okay. So, new moon moon, February 11th, was the most important in my eyes new moon for the next 1,000 years or so. The one that was the month before was the most important one for like the next 7,000 years. That's where we are. New moons are so powerful. I'm seeing my little Mer-Goats in the back of my mind. We'll just say that they're a combination of like a mermaid and a goat in a chariot, is the vision I get from our little fairies when we are doing this stuff collectively. They start showing up in my mind's eye to come and assist. She showed up and she's like getting everyone to come because there's more work to be done. They like working with us. And so what happens at a new moon? The sun and moon conjoin. And the ancients knew this. The farmers know this. When you plant seeds at a new moon, your ability to grow the best crops, to be precise in your intentions and your ideas, is the most powerful place you can be to create new worlds, to create new things. So when you can do that collectively with a group of people, I used to call them new moon wishes, I call them new moon contracts. We're that much more powerful when we create. And there's so much non-physical energy that is with us and knows the work that has to be done, and they just show up. They're ready to work with us. So what we do is I just merely write down the intention, the ideas that we get from the cards, the things that we should address. And as above, so below. The thoughts and ideas as above come through your brain to your hand below. We write it out collectively. It's such a powerful point of creation. So please use the words that work the best for you. I get stuck on words. I get confused and I get really choppy with words at times. And for simplicity's sake, I use the words I want. I want this, I want that, la la la. Use words that work for you, okay? And so at the beginning of this, I said, first 4 people that were here, I drew a card. Because I was feeling like you all represent another vibe, another perspective, something that maybe I can't see, but needs to be addressed. Oh, I was told, do this next time. So I drew those 4 cards, the first 4 people that showed up. Got it? So, so the first one was Julie. So this is the fighting, the obstruction, the GOP, make it stop. I want fighting, obstruction, the cover up, violence with GOP to stop and to be held accountable. Oh, I just got this. In order to heal, we need consequences and truth to move on. We want to move on. Okay, so we don't want to get stuck. So I want fighting, obstruction, cover up, and violence with the GOP to stop. And I want them all to be held accountable for everything that they did. In order to heal, we have to address this. We need consequences. We need truth. Those things have to be done in order to move on. And we want to move on. Do I need a clarifier here? Where's the rest? Oh. Good news, bad news. Oh, those are the kids. Those are the kids. I need, oh, here we go. I want all the Trumps and their minions held accountable 100% here and overseas. There's definitely an element of things that are happening overseas. So, we want this obstruction to stop, and we want all the Trumps and all their minions held accountable 100% here and overseas, because that's what's disrupting the GOP too. We're done with this. Okay. Okay. Okay, GMA5. Oh, can you guys, ooh, just a second. I need to. Okay, hi. Hey. I'm live. Can we, thank you. Thank you. Ten of Swords. What do you think this is, you guys? That looks like Donald, and he is done. What do you want? I cannot wait to hear from you. Thank you so much for your... Oh, well, thank you, Karen. Okay. Ten of Swords. I see 10 swords in Donald's back, and I don't see them moving. Donald is done. I want DT out of USA politics forever. I want DT's influence and in the media to disappear. I want everyone who enabled him done and gone. I want Donald's tax returns public. I want him charged and jailed like anyone else committing the same crimes. Okay. I don't think I need any clarification there. Yeah, he's done. Every time I see these 10 swords, I just want those swords to stay until we understand what they're all about. Donald's done. I want DT out of USA politics forever. I want DT's influence and in the media to disappear. I want everyone who enabled him done and gone. I want Donald's tax returns public. I want him charged and jailed like anyone else committing the same crimes. Very good. Amen. Okay, this card was James. James. Yes, what? You want agreements. You want some sort of agreements. Yes. Yes, what? Oh, goodness. So this is the Republican Party. Okay. Okay. Okay, I got it. I want Cruz Holly to resign now. And Abbott. And that Texas Attorney General. I want all these criminal mofos to step down, because that's what you do. It's so annoying that these guys don't do that. They're supposed to. I know it's called a norm, but freaking resign. Get out of here. We don't want you. Nobody wants you. And so 10 Cups reversed, that's also the nationalists. Oh, Steve Bannon, all them. Oh, I know. I want all of the pardons null and void. I want everyone associated with January 6th, especially Bannon, Stone, Junior. Back to that. I want all the pardons null and void. I want everyone associated with January 6th, including Capitol Police, Defense, Chris Miller, Mike Flynn, Charles Flynn, Bannon, Stone, Papadopoulos, Jr., Proud Boys, Ghost Keepers, all of them, all their agreements exposed and jailed. I want terror groups USA bankrupted. I do. Look at us. Am I serious? Oh, I'm back? Okay, I'm back. Gee, what, did I say something? Was it something I said? Okay, so, Junior last. Okay, so I don't think I can say all those names again, but all those names that you guys said, I want the back. Am I here? I'm here, yes. No. Jaybird, why do you keep saying no? Well, you said no. Back, your, yes, never. Everything looks good. Okay. Okay. Very good. Okay, we got it. I don't want to read this out loud. I don't want to get buffered again. Okay? I just got really into it on everything that I wanted. Okay. Fourth card. That would be GM Dave. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. Come on down. Okay. Ooh. The Tower. I feel like this is lessening the shock of everything that's happening, because we have so much crisis happening at once. That's what it is. It's to soften the blow of all of this garbage. So I want a resilient administration that can efficiently roll with all of the crises we face and minimize. Oh, this one feels so good. This is absolutely what we needed. And minimize the shock, terror, minimize the devastation, minimize the death and loss we face. So, I want a resilient administration that gets stuff done, can efficiently roll with all of the crises we're facing, and minimize the shock to our system, the shock, the terror, the devastation we experience, minimize the death, minimize the loss that we face. I really want to see and know that USA is back again. Healthy, safe, and mask-free sooner than expected. So, I really want to see and know that USA truly is back again, healthy, safe, and mask-free sooner than expected. Those were some good cards. I'm so glad we did that. I'm so glad we did that. Yes, I have magical Mer-Goats. Our Mer-Goats are our fairies that are helping us out, and they take the order. And it's not even that they're taking order, it's just that's what they do. Just like a plant takes in sunshine and grows, that's what we do. The Mer-Goats are here. I love them. And I love that I can sense when you guys are creating more on the side, because it's like all of a sudden I'll see something shift with that. Okay, let's do some TAROTSCOPEs. Who are we going to read on? Who are we going to read on? This is going to be very interesting. Let's see. What time is it? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How long have we been going? For a while? Holy cow. Bonnie. Elon Musk. No, you didn't. Yes, she did. You guys, what the heck is going on with him? What the heck is going on with him? Okay, he's gonna get this deck. The criminal deck. What's going on with Elon? We're gonna add who else with, okay. We'll do Elon Musk and Ted Cruz, and then we'll do Merrick Garland and Janet Yellen, okay? Okay. Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Secret. Hidden enemy. Elon Musk. Oh man, this guy. This guy. What's crowning Elon Musk? Elon Musk. Ooh, shared resources. Elon Musk. Part of the reading. Ooh, we've got some secrets that are coming out. The Rusher. Oh man. Coming out. He's coming out of the Rusher closet, maybe? Ooh. Okay. Oh, hi, Ted. Okay. Oh boy, these cards are already messed up. Jeez Louise. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is about how messed up they are. Okay, we're going to do we're going to layer Ted Cruz and Elon Musk. I mean, it's so bad. It's so bad. Okay, Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz. Oops. Secret. Crowning Ted Cruz. Oh, whoops. Well, we'll leave it there. Coming off the rails. Ted Cruz. Messages. He doesn't want anyone to see. The Knight of Pentacles. Useless, worthless, nothing to give, stealing. He's got a really sad, small little plan. He wanted to go to Cancun, but then he came home. Okay. So, Void, of course, missing. Elon Musk. 9 Swords. The revert. Where else was this? Russia. Here we go. Lands far away. Putin. Russia. Russia. So they had a plan, not going the way, fire desire, the anxiety of everything that happened. He's still part of that. Maybe trying to suppress it. It's the end of the road for Ted Cruz. Things just did not go the way he thought they were going to go. No. Elon Musk's secret. Intelligence. All of his satellites. Surveillance. He has data in spades. His secret, Aquarius, I know. Putin knows what Putin's game is. A 4 of Cups. Ted Cruz has an offer. He has a secret offer. Think about it, Ted Cruz. Okay. Hidden enemy. Elon. His plan. So, hidden enemy, they stopped with a plan with the Russia. His hidden enemy is kind of like the counter plan. Chiron healing. Because someone is hurting. And that might get him in trouble. 5 of Cups reversed. Ted Cruz, this is his hidden enemy. The people are super disappointed in you. You need to make amends for that. He's going to get a lot of pressure about leaving. Elon Musk. Friends. Knight of Pentacles reversed. I don't think this is Ted Cruz. Ruth Bader Ginsburg was always like, watch that Knight of Pentacles with Don Julio. Well, I'm going to creatively pretend that I don't know Donald, and I'm just going to lay low with my money because there's some betrayal there. Ted Cruz, we have the 10 of Cups. He was part of the family with the GOP. He's really hurting their case and their party. On top of the MAGA, January 6th. What's crowning Elon Musk, which relates to day-to-day stuff? He's the money data launderer, you guys. He's the go-between. He's the go-to guy because Donald now is out of office and they need somewhere else, somehow else, to get money and payments and data from one place to another. Queen of Swords. That would be the law. People are pissed at Ted Cruz. The courts are mad. The people are mad. People just don't, angry. Queen of Swords, day-to-day here. I think this might also have to do with January 6th and what he did. On top of what he did this week. Elon Musk, 9th house, lands far away, Putin's house. Oh, no. Oh, so the no card for me in my deck, that's the point person to get rid of or dispose of something to cover up. So he is covering up something for Putin. We have Wuhan and Nessus there. He has to cover up. Holy crap. So the Nine of Wands, this is the defense of the Capitol Police around, the Capitol. He has to cover up how Putin maybe helped order or disband or break that barrier. Lands far away. Wow, Three of Pentacles reversed. This is the law. These are extremists, the philosophy, your faith. A decision has been made. Has a decision been made about him by other people, by the law? You guys, he's in big trouble. You know what? This said, okay. Mercury mind. Shared resources, Elon. So Temperance is like these guys taking data and information and blending it from one country, one nation, one foreign state to another through another social media network. This is doing a really shoddy, crappy job. Like, they can't cover up the work because they're just so sloppy. And he is just spinning around in circles and doesn't know what to do. They are all stuck with this January 6th stuff because they're so freaking sloppy and stupid. Now, what are we going to do about that Mercury mind during Mercury retrograde? I don't know. You're SOL in my eyes. Ted Cruz, 8th house, shared resources. The Ten of Pentacles. So this is usually the Trump dynasty or any other dynasty, family-run nation. Reversed. You can't sit here. We don't like you. Goodbye. People are turning on him. It could be donors too. Oh, man. Elon Musk, partnerships, we the people. Whoops. There's your partner. King of Cups, Putin. That is my Putin card. It could also be President Biden, but you know what? He's upright. Putin is his partner. Ted Cruz, Page of Swords. He's a spy. His mouth got the best of him, or maybe is someone going to tell on him? Knight of Cups, an offer. There's going to be some little spy person that someone has made an offer to just get rid of him, make life worse for him. I think they realize how much Ted Cruz is hurting their cause. 6th house, public servants. Remember, the 10th house was pointing here. What was crowning Elon Musk? Payments to what happened. Event, day-to-day, capital. Oh, so that's bad news. This has also been Junior. It's been one of the kids here and there. This has also been like Proud Boys. Good news. I'll do it for you. No, I won't. I got caught. Now there's a money trail. This is Ted Cruz. He's coming off the rails. It is total chaos for him, trying to work day to day in his capacity as a senator. He's a total nightmare. Oh my God. 5th house of the sun. Elon Musk. Oh, he's picking up Donald's burdens, election burdens, the GOP's burdens, all the burdens relating to elections, and all the misery they've created the past 4 years. This is Ted Cruz, the Eight of Pentacles. Well, if the Eight of Pentacles is doing a routine day-to-day thing with excellent craftsmanship, he has the Eight of Pentacles. I almost feel like he's not good enough. Fourth house roots, our party and who we are. You're a mess. You're ruining stuff. Oh. Yeah, that's coming from up here. Because this, the fifth house, said look to here. The Ten of Cups, the Republican Party that overturned. There's a lot of people mad at Ted Cruz. Fourth house, home of defense. So Elon Musk had some agreements. He's trying to defend. Hey, I never had an agreement. I don't know them. I don't know them at all. There's nothing going on here. There's nothing to look at. Ted Cruz, the Page of Pentacles. No money for you. Nobody is giving you any fortune. You're done. But I didn't go, though. Doesn't matter. Man. Third house communication, suppression the truth by the government, Elon Musk. Holy crap. So messaging is about stealing, but Elon Musk has to forfeit crap because he's caught in the Three of Pentacles, the secret dark money discussions. Whew. Ted Cruz, Four of Swords. Yeah, I should have just stayed under a rock, but I had to go do something stupid. And he's super vulnerable as such. The second house, incomes, gains. Mars, force. There's the Eight of Pentacles. We've got America and agreements pointing to this area of income. Elon Musk. Oh, that's the rusher. That is everything for the rusher. This is, I need another card. Because it's an Ace of Cups, which is a yes, but this is giving them what they want. If it's income, access to data, information, people. Oh. Okay, so Elon Musk. Mars force. Oh. They're really trying to lessen the brute force of the fallout, I think, next week. Ted Cruz is done. He's trying to stay relevant, you guys. It's all he can do. How are you guys doing? Are you able to confirm the rumor about FLEDTED going to a banco to get his assets transferred from Venezuela? Well, I don't know. Let's see if we can confirm that. Alternative Health Tarot. That's a good question. Not a random question, but oh, I am very interested about what's going on here. Because that Venezuela keeps showing. Venezuela has been active since he was inaugurated. Before he's inaugurated. You know, Corey Lewandowski, I better watch to make sure I don't get buffered. He started his own, consulting thing, December 2016. A consulting firm. Then, in January or so of 2017, he started being a consultant, aka access to the POTUS, for the Maduro brothers in Venezuela. But then suddenly in May, he had to say, oh, I'm not doing that. I can't do that anymore. So I don't know where that was a little blip that came out, but that's how long the Maduro thing, Venezuela, has been active. Okay. Confirm the rumor. This is for entertainment purposes only. FLEDTED. Show me. Okay, here. This is what we're going to do. Show me FLEDTED going to a bank to get his assets transferred from Venezuela. rumor. Show me FLEDTED. Show me this bank with this Venezuela. Venezuela bank. His assets transferred. His assets. How does a Venezuela bank link to that? How does this link back? How does FLEDTED link to this? Oops. How does this link back to that? Oh boy. I've got a plan. FLEDTED has a plan. A bunch of plans, you guys. He should just stop planning. Money. An opportunity for new money. I need another card with this, with the Seven of Wands. I always have the second card go with that. He can't get access to it. He has money, assets. There's a fight covering them. He wants to fight and defend them. He's not doing too well, but he's got a plan related to that. So FLEDTED got some bad advice about maybe some investments, and he's looking for them because it's Russia. He got some bad advice investment covered by someone he perceives support. This is always my Putin card, but someone in that realm. This is the Bank Venezuela. Wow, where was this, you guys? You saw this. Where was this? That was over here somewhere. I don't know. What do you think this is, AHT? Putin's justice, evading rules. That's why we bank with the Venezuela. We can avoid rules and sidestep things because we're covered in what we've stolen and we don't want to forfeit it. Not looking good, Ted. He has stuff there he might have to forfeit. These are the assets. Dark money. Laundered money. Money from a very dark source. Bribes. Payouts. Charity laundering. Holy crap. These assets linked to this bank. Is he indicted? He's a fool? Is it Donald? It's a fool. Linked. This has all also been like sealed indictments for me, but those are his assets and how they link to that bank in Venezuela. That Bank Venezuela links back then through the mafia. Oh my gosh. FLEDTED, how do you link to these assets? The Queen of Wands, queens are nations. For Donald, the Queen of Wands was the Russia because Donald saw Russia as the leading nation. This is reversed. A nation, maybe that is not a leader, but in alignment with these guys, maybe it's a queen, it's a country, not the United States. That's from another nation. And so this links back to him. See this? He's trying to transfer. These are his assets. Do you see how this is getting transferred back and forth through the mafia? Six of Swords. That's an easy transmission. Digital currency, Bitcoin maybe reversed. Having a really hard time trying to get this out. The basis of this, bad timing, misfortune. This part of fortune increase, that does not look like an increase to me. I don't know who's going to get the increase, what's crowning this whole thing. It's interrupted. Didn't look. Three wands reversed. This was on the TAROTSCOPE. So money. Holy cow. Oh no. Holy cow. Holy crap. Intercepted. Oh my God. Wait, I lost you guys. Bye, Michael. Bye, T-Barb. Thank you. Rick Scott, too. Holy sheet. He's got a plan for his mule. Yep. Okay, so let's finish up here. We're going to do Merrick Garland, Janet Yellen. Okay, and then we're done, you guys. Okay? Sound good? Hi, Rick Gonzalez. How are you? Hi, Mystic. Oh, yeah, I said hi to you. Hi, EQs. Okay. Good. Okay. Thank you, Bonnie Douglas. Okay, so they're so criminal. I'm going to use this one for Mr. Garland. Three of Pentacles reversed. We're revisiting, something from the past. A decision's been made. He's been approved. Unlike Ted. Hi. I'm so excited for Merrick as well. Okay. I know, exciting and intense. You're always going to get intensity with me, Scorpio. Okay. Merrick Garland. Secret. See, I love reading on these normal people because the cards don't feel psychotic and they're not like leaping out of my hand. It's like transparent. Look at this. I will tell you, I've had a lot of hard times trying to draw cards and pull cards on SCOTUS and John Roberts. That's what I want to say about that. Okay, Merrick Garland. Fifth house of the sun. Judicious. Charitable with his work, the law, the rules. Very fair. Parting from the old administration, parting ways with the fact he couldn't get a confirmation for SCOTUS. I like this is happening on the heels of Mercury retrograde for Merrick Garland. That is in such a favorable position for him. Remember, Mercury retrograde is hard, but it's super clarifying when you're visiting things from the past. Okay. Janet Yellen. Oh my gosh, I feel like these cards are saying, but wait, I'm not done yet. Bye. Okay, Janet Yellen. Yeah, Mystic. Thank you, Sarah. You're so sweet. Ted looks, yeah. Do you know, he looks like a blobfish. I can't stand the goatee that he grew, but it does its work in covering up. It works better than concealer. Okay, Janet Yellen. Guys, she feels so eager, full of good ideas, shiny, clear, like she's anticipating, like she's got a solution for everything. This feels so easy for her. She's smiling. She's excited. She wants to move on with this stuff. We got work to do. We got stuff to go do. There's so much to be had. She's just full of abundance and creativity. Wow. I want to look at her horoscope. She just feels so like a genius. She's like in wow. She's giving me chicken skin. Judgment. Biases from the past. All the F-ups that Don Julio did with the economy to bias it for his cronies. She's got good news, you guys. Good news. Promising news. I told you. She's excited to do what she's going to do. So, Merrick Garland, he has the Four Pentacles, much stability in what he's doing, where he's going. You cannot rock this. He won't waver. And Janet Yellen is trying to slow down some of the missing components that we have, some of the bad plans that have been put into place, trying to slow that down, slow down the panic. Let's stability. Let's get a grip on things. Secret. Merrick. Four of Cups. Yeah, I've been offered stuff in the past. I've been watching. He's been observing a lot, judiciously, fairly. Stability. Oh my God. Her secret, the justice, how the prior administration tried to justify a bunch of crap with legal maneuvering. I'm getting Steve Mnuchin on this. The BS that he did. That's her secret. Hidden enemy, Merrick. The King of Wands. Lindsey Graham. Blah, 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 blah. These people are going to try to get up in his face. Passionately, determined righteously. The Two of Swords, the sanctions that didn't come through. That's the hidden enemy. Stuff still hanging out there because these countries are still trying to avoid sanctions. 11th house, hopes, wishes, friends. 5th house, creativity. The Chariot. Yeah, this is a poop show. What's been happening with the GOP is off the rails. This is chaotic. He should have been installed long ago. He's being very patient. A little bit upset about that. Janet Yellen, the Two of Pentacles, seeing that the past, creatively, again, stupid decisions, instability. Yeah, they really need to settle things down. They really want to get in and do their job because there's so many pieces that are left out there. What's crowning them? 6th house routine. Seven of Swords. He's going to have the final say in this. They stole so much from him, from his hearings. He has much to say and much to do, not out of retribution, but it makes the picture more clearer for him, what he's been through, what's happened with the justice system, and what the justice system has gotten away with, starting with his nomination under Obama. It's really put everything in a different light. For her, holy heck, what did they do? Trying to get the big picture here. So let's slow this stuff down, get a grip. Righting the ship. 9th house of justice, Merrick Garland. The 5 of Cups. Yeah, lots of disappointment in the past, what they did. We're going to clean this up. That was ridiculous. Never again. He is full of fire and desire to right this. The 9 of Pentacles. So those are the oligarchs abroad manipulating the system. Their fake money. They're fake companies. So many laws broken by these people that have hurt the balance of our economy. Shared resources, Merrick Garland. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, we're coming back from the past. We've been through this before. Here we go again. He wasn't given a vote last time. He needs a vote. Janet Yellen, shared resources, shoddy investigations by Mnuchin and how they conducted this whole thing. It is just so, it's like these guys who never had to clean up after themselves at home suddenly have to like be in charge of like laundry and groceries, and it's just a mess everywhere. This is the first time they're being held accountable and they're being watched for what they did. It's like messy like that. Partnerships, Page of Wands, there's news that he has. The news is he's going to be our next justice. Our attorney general. Slip. Hello, Freud. And he's going to transform the Justice Department. Janet Yellen has got really great partners to make this a success and transform the crap that happened by all those mofos. In public office, we have, look at him, the Queen of the Law, Queen of the Pentacles, Queen of the Rule. The Queen is the nation. Her leadership, her values, the Department of Justice. Once again, right side up, with great steadfast leadership, tangible worth. Public servants, Six of Wands. This is more like kind of like a rite of passage. It's going to be a different shared celebration. It's going to be a different way of doing things. Fifth house of the sun, Merrick Garland, your eminence, your justice, your leader of the Department of Justice. It is going to shine. It is going to be brilliant. Remember, this said, fifth house of creativity. We're going to go from total chaos to total eminence and wonder. Janet Yellen, we are going to take the agreements that the prior administration, the POTUS, had in making his decisions. Depoliticize the economy and the treasury. Fourth house of defense, Merrick Garland. Yeah, this has been a long, long haul to get to where he is right now. He's so fortunate, so full of heart, so charitable. He got there in a roundabout way he did not expect, and he's going to have to encounter a lot of crap to deal with that he has to clean up. It's not quite as he has expected. Janet Yellen, defense, increasing our value, our economy, our loans, trying to postpone debilitation from COVID, the impacts upon our economy. Some things are going to give way, but in all, we are going to avoid this. Third house of communications, Knight of Wands. The DOJ, the FBI, they're ready to go. They're up and going like that. They're ready to go. He is going to have everything he needs like that instantly. They've been waiting for him. Janet Yellen, the Queen of Swords, Queens are nations. We're looking at hacking that broke into our financial systems and institutions. Second house, income gains values. The Queen of Cups, the United States of America, is where it's all at for Merrick Garland. This is what he values and treasures. Lady Liberty, justice. Janet Yellen, USA defenses. She's going to investigate how these guys blew through our defenses and made us so vulnerable, and to rebuild that. That's what she's doing. I'm so glad we got the good guys in office. Yay. Okay, so there you go, you guys. That went for quite a while. Oh my God, it went on for like 3 hours almost. Holy cow. I just feel charged up and ready to go. So thank you so much. Thank you, moderators, so much. I know some of you had to go. That's fine. Thank you for your participation, you guys. I am so glad this Mercury retrograde is ending. I am so glad we're moving forward. I promise I will come back on this weekend and we will talk about Texas and their chart and what's going on, because it's wow. Okay? You guys have a great night. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bonnie Douglas. Thank you, you guys. Have a good evening. Thank you, Jay Bird. Good evening. Walk by Faith. I'm glad that you feel so much better. You're welcome, Rick Gonzalez. Thank you, AHT. Thank you, Pearly. Mods. Everyone. Okay, bye. Bye, Gino. Okay. Yes, Holly Coleman, post your updates. I love the stories you tell with the asteroids. It can be a lot to read, but oh my God, after watching this and what she puts together, it's like the icing on the cake. It's so delicious, okay? Thank you. Okay. Have a great night, you guys. Bye.